So today's video is going to be all about brand new makeup that has recently launched, either like recently, like super recently, or within a couple months. I started this series on my channel like a year ago, and I only did like 2 videos. I really am so sorry. There have been so many of you guys who have been asking me to keep up with this series, and I will, okay? I will now. I'm a whole new woman in 2019. So yeah, if you guys like this style of video, I will do more of them. Just let me know in the comments. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started because there are so many makeup products laid out in front of me that I know we're gonna be here for a million hours. So I'm gonna try to breeze through these products, and oddly enough, I have so many new drugstore products to talk about. I thought it was gonna be like an even balance of high-end and drugstore, but no, lots and lots of drugstore. So let's begin. I want to talk about some eyeshadow palettes that just recently launched. The Reloaded palette from Urbandecay has been getting a lot of negative feedback, I feel. Oh, I almost dropped it. I actually really do like this palette. It blends really nicely. I feel like this can totally be like the 2019 version of the Naked palette. But I personally really liked it. It's nothing to write home about. We have 1,000 palettes that look like this, but it's not bad. There's so many neutral palettes on the market. I feel like that's why this has gotten a negative response. I think people are just not happy with the color selection, but I like it. Now, these palettes to me are very exciting. These are the new Flower Beauty palettes. This is the Suns Blazing palette, and this is the Sugar Rush palette. And I know you've seen a palette with this color family a million times before, and same goes with this guy. We've seen it all before at this point, but I like to think that we're constantly improving as we go, and I really like these palettes. I'm currently wearing the Sugar Rush on my eyes right now. I'm wearing the majority of all the matte shades in my crease and in the outer corners, but I have this really stunning color all over my lid. This color is more of an eyeshadow topper. It doesn't necessarily apply the best completely on its own, but on top of a glitter glue, I used the glitter glue today. This color is beautiful. It will transform any eyeshadow underneath, and I just love that eyeshadow so much. Actually just realized I'm not wearing anything on my inner corners, and I'm gonna apply this color to my inner corners. This is another one of those eyeshadow toppers. If you work with these eyeshadows, you can get such a beautiful, bold look. The only color that gave me a bit of a hard time was this really dark one at the end. Sometimes when I would try to build it up in the crease, it would get a little bit patchy and lift up. And sometimes that will happen with really dark pigmented eyeshadows. Such a good palette, brand new to Flower Beauty. I don't know if this is gonna be an Ulta exclusive or a website exclusive. I'm not sure. This was sent to me. The only thing is they don't last super long on the lids, but with a good eyeshadow base, a good primer, you'll be flawless and good to go. I don't know what's up with Wet n Wild. They have so many new releases recently, like look at this. Bronzers and highlighters, primers and foundations. The foundations are gone. I haven't even tried the primers. There's so many things, not enough time. This whole ass Rebel Rose collection, like this whole, like more down there. All of this, plus there's more. There's a lot, okay? I can't even, there's a lot. I don't know how they have managed to do all of this. One of the things that I feel like is really sticking out to everyone are the new foundation sticks. I have been playing around with these so much, and I really like them. It's the foundation I'm wearing on my skin right now. I have just fallen in love with stick foundations in general. I've been going back and forth between this one and the Milani one, testing out which one I like more, and I actually think I like this one more than the Milani one. I don't know, they're both really good, but I have been enjoying this foundation so much. The only thing that sucks is their shade selection. Their color range is not the best, but if you can find your shade, I think this is a really nice, affordable foundation stick that's perfect for every day. It gives you medium coverage, but it could totally be built up. The only thing is you do have to work with this foundation a little bit more. It doesn't just blend into the skin immediately. You have to take your time, really blend it in, but once you do, your face looks very natural and just beautiful. I really like it. Okay, the drugstore stuff does not stop. There have been so many new drugstore bronzers to release. Even Physicians Formula recently launched more butter bronzers in their range, but I've been testing out all of these bronzers. The new Milani Silky Matte bronzers are really nice to contour with. None of them are too warm or anything like that, and I feel like they have the perfect formula to contour with. They have a really nice undertone, and they really do blend in a silky way. I don't know how to explain it, but they're very light. The formula is just very soft and so blendable. I really like these. And I kind of feel like I've never fallen in love with a bronzer at the drugstore that was perfect to contour with, and these are it. But I've also been really enjoying these bronzers as well. The e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer is a delicious, warm, matte bronzer that somehow makes you look really tan and delicious without having that sheeny glow to it. It's such a pretty color, even though it doesn't look like anything in the pan. On the face, it really does transform, and it gives me a soft, natural warm tan that isn't too orange, and it lasts all day on the skin. I really like this bronzer a lot, and I've been loving these as well. I feel like in this video I haven't really found a product I absolutely hated. Some of these I'm like, but nothing I hate. The drugstore is stepping it up so much. These bronzers are incredible. This is the Maybelline City Bronzer. I'm wearing the shade 200 right now. It has a nice undertone. It really does do both. You can contour, but also warm the skin a bit. And if you're very fair, the shade 100 is going to be perfect for you. I just really enjoy these bronzers. The formula is nice. The Primer Infused Blush in Always Cheeky from e.l.f. is nice, but this was one of those products that I was like, It didn't really wow me. It didn't knock my socks off. When I first used it, I was like, ooh, I really like you. But the more I used it, the more I was like, I miss my other blushes. Like every time I put this on, I was like, I should have put on my Buxom blush, or I should have put on my Toasted Cinnamon blush. So it just doesn't do anything special for me. I prefer a blush that gives me a little bit more like beneath the skin. I like a glow from within. Even if it's a matte, I like a glowy matte, if that makes sense. So this is okay. It's not bad, but it's okay. Now, if you're like me and you want that glow from within type of blush, run, don't walk to your nearest drugstore and pick up the Milani baked blushes in Sunset Pasione and Petal Primavera. These are so good. Oh my gosh, if you've been a fan of Milani Luminoso, you will love these. These are a bit deeper, but they're both very beautiful. I'm actually wearing the shade Petal Primavera on top of another blush that I'll talk about, but it just gives your skin that beautiful soft sheen without looking shimmery or too highlighty. It really is just a beautiful, perfect formula. If you haven't checked these out, check them out. I bought them on the Milani website. These, however, talk about a gimmick. These are the new Revlon PhotoReady Instant Cheek Makers. They are blush and highlight duos. The only thing this is gonna make on your face is a mess. You're supposed to use, this is so dumb. I'm so sorry, I know that sounds mean. And if there's anybody out there that uses this and this works for them, I'm a fool and I'm sorry. But you're supposed to use this like this. This is the highlight. This is the blush, and you're supposed to just like swipe it on your face and you get a cute little blush and a cute little highlight all in one. But all that creates is a messy stripe, and then when you try to blend it in, it starts to pick up the product underneath because you applied so much when you went to swipe. It's just a hot mess. If you are interested in these, I would definitely say use a brush, apply it on the back of your hand, and then go in like that so you won't get a messy application, and it'll be a lot more natural and easier to apply that way. I definitely will continue to use these with a brush because I bought them, and why not? I don't think the formula is bad. I think the whole application and packaging thing is a bit of a gimmick. Like if these disappeared from my makeup collection, I wouldn't be sad or mad or anything like that. I'd be concerned, but I wouldn't be mad about it. Really quickly, I want to mention that Nudestix recently launched new cream blushes. You guys know how I've been on a cream blush kick. This is part of their Nudies matte collection. This one is in the shade Sunset Strip. I love it. It's so pretty. It actually is a matte blush, but because it's not a powder, it looks like such a healthy matte on the skin. Like you can see it's matte, but it's like a glowy matte almost. I guess that's what I've been wanting these days. Glowy mattes. It blends like a dream. It applies beautifully, and I love it. You should definitely check out the new blushes from Nudestix. Let's talk about some new Fenty Beauty launches. I was so excited when I saw these online because I am just really into color right now, and I want colorful makeup all day, every day now for some reason. And so when I saw all of these things launch online, I had to immediately purchase them all. So Fenty Beauty actually came out with two brand new KillaWat highlighters. This one is in the shade WattaBrat, and it is a really intense pinky highlight that has a ton of glitter all throughout this. And I know what you're thinking, like, whoa, this would never be a highlight you would ever be into, because I hate glittery highlights. I know, but I don't know what it is about Fenty Beauty, guys. I don't know what it is. They do glitter so well. I don't know if you guys are familiar with their highlight in the shade How Many Carats. It's the one that's just pure glitter, and it is beautiful. It is stunning. I love that highlight so much as a highlight topper, just at the top of the cheekbones to create some shimmer like at nighttime. This highlight is so beautiful and I liked it way more than I thought I was gonna like it. This is the highlight I'm wearing on this cheek right now. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is a really intense pinky glittery highlight. You can't really see it. You can only see that glittery explosion when the highlight hits the light. And I feel like at nighttime, out to a club or out to a dinner, if you want to add such a beautiful sparkle to the top of the cheeks, this is perfect. It's not chunky, you don't see the glitter everywhere. It is the most fine, precious glitter ever. I don't know how to explain it, but I really think it's worth it and unique and stunning. And I feel the exact same way about the shade Chillz. I'm actually wearing Chillz on this side of my face. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this blue really shines and sparkles when it hits the light, which I know that's what a highlight is supposed to do, but a lot of the times with glittery highlights, you see the glitter regardless. But this is such a sneaky little glitter that it only shines when it hits the light, and it's so freaking cool, so gorgeous. I highly recommend these. The new Stunna lip paints are really, really gorgeous as well. I feel like these colors look so cool together. I love these shades so much. If you're familiar with these Stunna lip paints, they're very, very liquidy, and if you're not careful, they will bleed a little bit around the mouth. Make sure you're not applying too much at once. Just remove some of the excess like on the wand and then go in, and it's a lot easier that way. But they are so incredibly pigmented. They really do look like paint. They have the perfect name because it's just so saturated and so opaque. I'm wearing the shade Undefeated on my lips right now, and it wasn't patchy at all. You get full color in one swipe. They're not super matte, like you can see that it transferred, but I kind of like that because it is a lot more comfortable to wear, and I am totally obsessed with these shades, especially this one. The first time I saw this on Trend Mood, I was like, oh, I need to have that. So I bought it. Some other new lip products that are really, really incredible are the new Milk Makeup lipsticks. These are amazing. I mean, I'm kind of cheating because I've only used these once. I did a full face of Milk Makeup yesterday, and I used the shade Cream, and it was the first time I used it, but I was so blown away by it. I wore it all day on the lips, and it was so creamy and comfortable and delicious. These are so good. I feel like these are everything you want a matte lipstick to be. They're not super matte. They have a bit of a satin finish, but after a while, they do feel a little bit more matte, but they're very, very comfortable. It has shea butter, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, mango seed butter. It has so many good ingredients that just make your lips feel really, really good, and it's very pigmented. One swipe, you get full color. These are really creamy and really, really good, and I love the packaging. Okay, so as you know, Colourpop just recently launched their new BFF liquid liners, and these are so affordable. They're like $8, and they are really, really good. The one that I like the least, surprisingly, is the black one, because in my opinion, it's the least matte. Why am I holding it like this? It's the least matte out of all of these. All of these liquid liners dry down to a really nice matte finish. I am wearing the shade Crazy on my eyes right now. It's a really beautiful navy blue. I would have to say Crazy is my favorite one. It describes me perfectly. It's such a pretty matte blue. They're really easy to use, and they are pretty inky. I wouldn't say they're super, super inky to where it's like seeping into your lines and bleeding everywhere, but it's not dry either. It has the perfect consistency, I feel. I know that everyone says the black one is matte. I mean, they're all supposed to be matte, but in my opinion, the black one has a shiny finish. I don't know if I'm crazy, or I don't know if I'm just really used to this roller liner now, but I just see the black one so shiny on my lids. I guess that's just me, because a lot of people have been telling me like, I don't know girl, that black is pretty matte, but this is how I feel. I want it to be more matte. I want it to be more matte. These are really, really great, super affordable. I highly recommend these, especially if you've been looking for colorful eyeliners. These are nice. Okay, so I want to talk about these new drugstore concealers that just launched before I go into a whole Flower Beauty discussion. Oh my gosh, this whole video is a what's new at the drugstore video. Like this whole thing. Recently, there have been so many new concealers launching at the drugstore. The Milani Conceal and Perfect is a newer one that I've been using a lot that I actually really enjoy. The three of these have one thing in common. They're all full coverage, and they all have a really, really long staying power. This one is the Loreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and then this one is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I will say out of these three, my favorite is the Milani one. Out of the three, it's the most hydrating and it's the most natural looking on your under eyes. If you have very dry skin like me, I would say definitely go with this one. And then the L'Oreal one would probably be better for you if you have oily skin. This one is very, very matte, and to be honest, I don't like this concealer. I've used it multiple times and I It just doesn't look good on my under eyes. It makes my under eyes look crepey and super dry. I don't like this. But the e.l.f. one is a nice in-between. It's not my favorite. It does look a little bit drier than I would like. It still looks really good and I would use it again, especially for more glamorous days because it is full coverage. This is a bulletproof concealer, guys. Like, this will stay on your face forever. The other thing I don't really like about this is that it dries very quickly. So you can really only do one under eye at a time. Do not go into it like this and then blend it. No. By the time you get to the other eye, it's gonna be way too dry and just like stuck there. So you have to work very quickly with this, but that's because it is so full coverage and matte. But for some reason, it doesn't dry me out the way that this one does. Like, this one is dry. So before I end this video, I want to talk about some new Flower Beauty launches. She recently came out with this Pop Fanatic collection and it is so freaking cool. I'm telling you guys, I have been really into color these days, and this whole collection is real intense and really fun. You have the Pop Fanatic vinyl lips. These almost feel like glue on your lips. It has a very thick lacquer consistency. Don't let that scare you. I mean, it's intense, and if you don't like to feel a lip product on your lips like at all, you will not like these because these are thick and you definitely feel these on the lips. But because of that thick lacquer consistency, this lasts forever on your mouth. This will stay super shiny and super glossy throughout the entire day. You might have to retouch once or twice if you're eating or something like that. I mean, it doesn't claim to be super long wearing. It's not a liquid lipstick, but because of the consistency, it just stays on your lips for such a long time. And the finish is just really gorgeous. I recommend using a lip liner with these because if not, it will bleed. But when you put on a lip liner and then you put this on top, it just gives such incredible shine. It really does look like a vinyl, like lacquer on your lips. It's so stunning. I would like to know if this is limited edition or not. I hope not, because this it looks limited edition. This collection is so fun. The Pop Fanatic eye pigments, guys, these are so freaking cool. These are cream pigments, like cream eyeshadows, and they are so intense. They don't crease, they last forever, at least on my lids. I personally don't have oily eyelids and I don't get too much creasing from a lot of products, but this lasts forever on my lids. You get full color for the entire day, and they're just so many fun shades. Look at this yellow. Flower Beauty has come out with so many, oh my gosh, I realized I added the palettes at the beginning of the video. That's fine. Flower Beauty has been coming out with so many cool, amazing things. They also just launched their Petal Pout lip masks. I have been using the shade Nectar the most. I have all of the shades with me. I did purchase a few and then they sent me a few. The packaging on these is really nice. You don't even have to put your finger into a pot or anything like that. These are basically just tinted lip balms, but really thick hydrating lip balms, which is why they're kind of called lip masks, because I feel like they do a little bit more than your typical lip balm. They're super intense, super nourishing. They feel amazing on the lips, and they come in a few different colors. And the added color is just a nice little bonus. The perfect kind of product to just throw in your purse because it just squeezes up. Super easy to use. Anyway guys, I have been talking for an hour. That completes this video. These were a bunch of new makeup launches that I wanted to give you guys my quick little thoughts on. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video, if you want to see it more often, if there's anything new you want me to review or test out, request down below. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful in some way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.